Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Benjamin Krudwig and this is the Benjamin Krudwig Textile Arts and Design channel. I'm pretty sure I change the name every single time I do an intro. But today I am bringing you a unbagging, unboxing, and quick review of a product that I am working on or working with on a project that's coming up. If you're wondering where part 3 of the Vipers in the Ivy jacket is, it's still being filmed. You can see over here on my loom that the fabric is well underway being woven, but this particular video is about a yarn company that I have used before and absolutely adore. And I reached out to them to see if they would do some yarn support and sponsor an upcoming class that I am working on filming and teaching. So keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna have some more information a little bit later on in this video. But without much further ado, I have a big bag of yarn here that I'm very, very excited to unbag for you. I'm just gonna dump it out and then talk about the yarn. So, let's do this. Yes! Get it all out. Cool. So this lovely bunch of yarn is from a company in New Mexico called Tierra Wools. You may know them under the name Shepherd's Lamb, but most of their yarn business and weaving business is done under the moniker of Tierra Wools. They're located in Tierra Amarilla, New Mexico. They're beautiful. They're also in Chama, New Mexico, it looks like. There's a storefront and a ranch. So, like I said before, I have worked with them before. I did some weaving with their yarns a few years ago, and when I was thinking about teaching my tapestry class, my design on the fly tapestry course, I was like, who do I want to work with? So in basically full disclosure, they sent me this yarn for free after I requested yarn support, which is very, very kind of them. And well, technically that does not affect my review of their yarn. It wouldn't anyway, because I've already worked with their yarn and love it. So a little bit about the history of the company. It is owned by Antonio and Molly Manzanares. They both have family history in that New Mexico area, stretching all the way back to the 1800s. They both come from a long line of ranchers and shepherds that help with the conservation as well as the production of Navajo Churro wool. So Churro sheep are kind of like an ancestral breed of sheep that are found in the American Southwest. And that is where you find some really rich tapestry weaving or rug weaving history. It is amazing. If you go to Tierra Wools, if you go to their storefront, they actually teach weaving courses there on floor looms, and they have weavings for sale, they have blankets for sale, they also have yarn for sale. So Churro wool is really interesting. It's got a nice, what I would call a grist to it. It's one that I really love using for tapestry weaving because it has a little bit of a fuzz and it holds a really lovely, what do I want to say? The form on the weaving, on the loom is really, really lovely. It's nice and flat with just a hint of fuzz, so everything looks really good. I've already started weaving with some of this. I'm working on some samples or some samplers for the course, so I need to do some weaving ahead of time. But I selected a variety of colors. That way I can talk about color theory, color blending, and all sorts of stuff. So I just wanted to go through each of the colors that I chose, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna talk about. So in the package, they sent me all of the yarn that I requested, plus another one that I couldn't find the color on their website, and I think that was just me sucking at website stuff, you can go to handweavers.com. That is their website. And it's a beautiful website. It's very well organized. They have many different types of yarn, but I specifically chose the 100% certified organic churro yarn in the blanket weight. So let's go through the colors. I didn't sort them out. You literally saw me dump out that yarn for the first time. The only one that I dug out was the natural white. I also got natural gray, and somewhere in here, they're natural black. It's basically a dark charcoal gray to a black, but I wanted to make sure that I stuck true to the 3 natural colors of churro sheep. I absolutely love the look of this yarn. It's slightly heathered when it's colored, but it's just really, really lovely. So these 3 are all natural colors straight from the sheep, straight from the wool off of the sheep's back. Everything else that I got, I wanted to make sure that I had the primary colors as well as the secondary colors and some other shades within there. So I'm just going to kind of organize this by color here. I'm really, really psyched. I cannot even tell you how happy I am to be working with this again. It's been many, many years and I'm just in love. So I'm gonna go through the colors here. Let's start with green. So this one is green chile. It's a lovely, accurate color. Just a nice, I would say, almost a forest green. Very, very beautiful. Then this one here is Viento, which is the kind of primary blue. It's on the more greeny side of blue, but I'm here for it. Here's Raquel, which is the purple. Sorry, microphone. This is Chile Colorado. Beautiful red. Beautiful, beautiful red. This is Calabaza, which is their orange color. It's almost like a pumpkin orange. And then this is the yellow I got, which is aptly named Maize. So these are the primary colors that I got to teach color theory and color blending. And then I got 4 other tones of yarn just for some shades. I wanted to have some options here. I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with these, but something will be done with them. This is the other purple I got. It's Choke Cherry. It's kind of more of a magenta-y purple. So I don't think it's quite right in that lineup. It's not really a secondary purple, but I do really, really like it. The next one I have is Brazos Cliffs. It's this kind of cerulean blue color. It's a slate kind of muted blue that I really love. And then Cielo, which is a sky blue. Cielo is sky in Spanish. Beautiful, beautiful light blue. And then Piedra, which is this dusky gray. It has some other tones in there. But I just thought this was really lovely. And it's a lighter gray than the natural gray. So I wanted a nice grayscale option for the class. So all of their yarn is hand dyed in New Mexico, and it's all pretty much family owned and operated. They actually sent some pamphlets here, which is really lovely. I'm really happy that they did that. But yeah, I'll read the back of this pamphlet. Our ancestors came to this valley nearly 200 years ago, seeking pasture for their sheep. These hardy souls lived off the land, surviving harsh mountain isolation through cooperation and self-reliance. These values created Tierra Wools. Weaving, wool growing, and shepherding continue as a way of life in the valley. And over the years, cooperative breeding programs worked to save the old Spanish churro sheep line from extinction. The artisans at Tierra Wools are the living link between these generations. So, like I said, Churro sheep are a historic wool, and I would definitely call it rustic. It's got a coarse feel, but strangely, it's soft to the touch. I don't know how to describe it besides, like, I wouldn't necessarily wear this around my neck, but if I made a blanket out of this and had this covering my lap or something, it would be very comfortable, very warm for sure. Very, very warm. Churro sheep, because it's coarse, has it traps more air into the actual yarn itself, and so that air is what keeps you warm. A blanket that has lots of air in it, that's the thing that's acting as an insulating device. So definitely recommend that. That's why things that are really fluffy, fluffy yarns, fluffy fibers tend to be warmer than ones that are sleek, because the trapped air is actually what insulates you. So I want to talk a little bit more about the yarn. So not only is this yarn 100% organic churro, it is also hand dyed. The weight that I got is the blanket weight. They also have some other weights of yarn. For tapestry weaving, was either going to go with blanket weight or rug weight. But with the type of weaving that I'm going to be doing, the blanket weight is the right size. So the blanket weight is what I would call probably about a worsted weight yarn in more traditional terms. This is a single ply yarn. All of it is single ply, so it's not plied with another strand, which in at least weaving, it creates a softer texture, as well as when you're tapestry weaving with it, the finished weaving is smoother. You don't get that kind of yarn texture when you have applied yarn. The skeins that I bought, or not bought, but the skeins that were sent to me, they are 4-ounce skeins, and they house about 225 yards of yarn per skein. So it's about 900 yards per pound. So if you're a weaver, you're probably more familiar with the per pound size. So it's 900 yards per pound, 225 yards per skein. It's a 4-ounce skein. They come in a wide range of colors. I had a hard time picking, actually, because I loved them all. If I could have just a wall of this yarn, I would. I would absolutely have a wall of this yarn. It is stunning. The colors are rich. From what I remember, they don't bleed much at all. Even the reds don't bleed a whole lot. Other cool things of note for this company is that they offer conventionally dyed yarns, so using acid dyes, but they also offer naturally dyed, natural plant dyes in some of their yarns as well. I highly recommend those. I've used a couple of them before in the past and absolutely love them. I did choose yarns that were primarily dyed by conventional means, and then of course the 3 natural colors here: the white, the gray, and the black. They do have color families when you look at their website, which is really, really cool. You're able to actually pick yarns that are different shades of the same color. So you're able to get multiple ranges of blue, multiple ranges of red and pink. It's really, really amazing. So highly recommend going over to handweavers.com and checking out their entire list of colors. You can also call them or visit them in person to get sample cards, yarn sample cards. So if you are somebody who really wants to know what kind of colors are available and you want to have it on hand, I highly recommend getting their yarn cards. I no longer have my yarn cards from them. I left them at my old job because I thought it was a good resource for them to have. And now I'm kind of kicking myself because I would really, really love to have those again. I'm gonna start my own yarn diary with these. So I'm going to, put samples of the yarn into a little notebook with the colorway and where I got it. You will see in upcoming videos the work that I've done. I'll actually post some photos in this video of old pieces that I've done using this yarn. It's amazing. Again, I've absolutely loved working with this yarn before, and they were a no-brainer for me to reach out to immediately when I was like, I want to work with a company that I believe in their values, I believe in their ethics, and I believe in their product. So you can feel well assured that I prefer not to work with companies that I don't align with. And I certainly align with Tierra Wools and Shepherd's Lamb. So go check them out. Again, their website is handweavers.com. I believe you can find them on most social medias, probably at least Instagram and Facebook. Full disclosure, I did used to work with them as a marketing agent before I used their yarns, but I love them. They're great. So it's been a long time since I've used them, or since I worked with them. It's been over half a decade. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed this brief glimpse into this yarn. I absolutely love it. Again, I'm really, really excited to work with this company again. I only have great things to say about them and have never been disappointed by them. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. And you will see more of this stuff in my upcoming weaving series on my website. It'll be design on the fly tapestry weaving, where I will go through all of the different processes from setting up a loom to finishing your hand-woven piece, along with choosing yarns, color theory, the principles of design, and other fun techniques that you can use in your tapestry weaving. So I will see you in that series. Don't forget to come back and watch part 3 of the Vipers in the Ivy Fantasy Suiting Project. That'll be coming out probably in another month. I'm probably doing about 1 video a month at this point. It just takes me too long to film these processes and edit that down into something bite-sized and manageable for you all. So I'd rather do less content, but higher quality content. So if you would like to support that endeavor, please head over to my Patreon. You can check it out and support as little as $1 a month. But that $1 does help put money back in my pocket to put back into this channel. So please check that out. Don't forget to give this video a like. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, please go ahead and do. I do all sorts of textile arts, whether it is knitting, crochet, weaving, sewing. It's pretty much all of the above. Embroidery. I've got it all. I've got it all here. So please give me a little look-see, a little like-see, a little subscribe-y. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.